around the
Yeah, it's gonna be really. I think it's about keeping your car alive in the first lap. Yesterday, when my race started, I had a screen stuttering, so that was so annoying. I couldn't even see the cars around me. That's why I hit Peter. But yeah, so I'm going to take a break from league racing until these bugs are fixed. Every time I have the sound bug but yeah. We go racing in Miami with Division 2. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll let you do introductions once the stream starts.
The stream is already started, mate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Usually people do like introductions. I was like, wait for it.
Yeah. I'm always doing an introduction when we are on the track.
But yeah,
Okay.
hopefully we get a good race.
Can you check if we are live?
Yeah, I'm checking now. Yeah, we are live.
Yeah.
We are live.
Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Today we're racing at the Miami circuit with a full grid in Division 2. Alongside me in the commentary box is Phantom. Welcome.
Hello.
Phantom.
Hello.
What are your predictions for today's race? We have a really strong grid. A lot of new drivers as well. New faces on the grid. Unfortunately, the leader of the championship, Fox Blue, isn't able to attend. He is a reserve driver, but in second we have Michael Tip, only 3 points away. Phantom, talk us through your predictions for today's race.
Well, I know Miami is, a very tricky circuit, so I'm expecting a few crashes here and there. So it might be a bit of a spicy one, but I'm going to predict that Michael's going to take the win. I think he might be on the dub. Then again, Tick, he's quite a strong driver, as I've seen before in the past. He might also try go for the W. But it's quite hard to decide considering how tough the track is.
Yeah, the track is really tricky. We have seen that in Division 1 yesterday. It's a bit about surviving on this track. If you really survive and have some good pace, then you have a chance to win. I think everyone has a chance to win if you have some pace. I'm really looking forward to it. It's looking to be a dry session in qualifying. Not sure what the race conditions will be. We're following Michael on his banker lap right now. Out lap.
Hopefully it stays dry, because then it will make it more easy for the drivers to get around without losing traction, as there's a lot of uphill and downhill bits which can make the car uneasy in wet weather.
Yeah. Well, the circuit length is 5,400 kilometers, so with 2 long straights. So I think there are a lot of overtaking opportunities on this track. I've wrote down some in sector 1. If you have a good exit out of turn 3, you can get alongside heading into turn 4. So I think that's one of the overtaking opportunities. What do you think about the overtaking opportunities?
Yeah, there is quite a few on this track, but I know for experience that turn 1 is a very tricky area to overtake because of just how awkward the turn is. I've experienced myself in a practice race that if you want to overtake someone there, if you want to full send it, you're going to have to make sure nobody's in front, otherwise you'll be like an extreme hacker and you'll slam into that person. There's no way of slowing down, really.
Yeah, and due to all new regulations, we also have that all the drivers are qualifying on the soft tire and have a free tire choice starting this race. What do you think? What is the best starting tire? The medium or the hards?
Well, my experience for this track, it's quite turny, so it will wear your tyres quite quickly. In my eyes, it's either, I think it's just the hard you've got to go for. You've got to send it on the hard from the start because of how easily these tyres can wear down on these really tight turns and long straights. So I recommend going hard for the beginning of the race.
Gangster Geep is going to finish his first flying lap. It's a 128.4. That's a pretty good banker lap, to be honest. Lancey is going even quicker with a 128.0. A nice lap time from Lancey. And Michael just 1/10 away from his teammate. So the first lap times are getting done by all the drivers. It's pretty close, to be honest. And look at Ticket, a 127.7. He had some practice yesterday in the Division 1 race, where he was racing as well. So I think Ticket can be on the front row at least. But look at Furley, as I predicted. He could be one of the quickest, one of the newest drivers in this league. His first official league race. He's shown some great racing in the practice race this week with a 127.2 as a pole time. So that's a really good lap time from him.
Goon is round.
And Gunnar is round.
Unlucky for him.
And Abud is locking up in the last corner. And he's heading up to the straight for the start finish line. He is going to set a 128.2, and that's P6 at the moment. Driving for the CPI esports team, and Furley is driving for the virtual esports racing esports team. So quite a few esports drivers in Division 2. So is KFC. And from my knowledge, F. Hoeders is a driver for SRL, and so is Michael and Lancey. So I think 5-6 esports drivers on the grid, which is very nice to see. Even in Division 2 having esports drivers.
As I think Bailey might start beginning his lap. He invalidated his lap before, but he is now coming into pit. He got a lap and he must have invalidated some point on the track, so he's just coming in for a big set of tyres.
I'm currently following Waza, who is going to the last corner in the McLaren. Waza has improved a lot since last season, but what will his first time be? A 128.9, and still 1.3 seconds away from the top of the field. And look at Invisible. Invisible drove in Division 1 last season.
He's set a purple sector 1, so he's flying.
Let's see Invisible, one of the drivers to keep an eye on as well. He had some bad luck last season.
He's now coming into the really tricky left-right before the chicane. Hopefully he can do it perfectly without messing up anything. He does not invalidate, so he is fine. He just needs to make it around this corner and let the car loose.
And he is on a 130. That's a really quick lap time from Invisible so far.
And he's now on the straight, he's coming on the last corner. He needs to make it perfect so he can really get through fine as he downshift.
Runs a little bit wide.
Now coming up to the start finish line. What is he going to set? He goes up and sets
and 128.5 PA.
He had the pace to get there, but he must have made a few mistakes to not really make it.
And one of the drivers on track is as well Nexton, going through that tricky section where the elevation of the road is up and down, a bit of wobbling on the track. He is going for the last DRS straight, the long straight at least, because you have a DRS on the start finish line as well.
And best gang going slowly on his outlap, so he will begin his outlap soon. He's going to probably give the McLaren behind a toe, or they're on their outlap, so it doesn't really matter. So it will matter on the lap if that record can keep ahead. but he is now starting his lap as Gang now comes up to the line to begin his lap. He will come into the first sector, which is the hardest part of the track in my mind. The left-right, you can easily lose your car through there. He does it quite fine, gets really close to the curbs, as he gets into the finisher of the first sector, which is that weird Magnus and Beckett type.
Corner is out of this session. Unfortunate for Lancy has spun. Lancy's out as well. I was following Lancy. I saw the crash live on board with Lancy. Very unfortunate for him, and Avodas as well.
The exact same place as Kuna.
And Michael is starting his 4th lap. Let's go through the new faces on the grid, Fanta. We have Furley, Minimum, and RTW Rock. Have you any experience of all these drivers? Furley currently in P1, having a pretty good lead, almost 0.2 of a second.
No, I've never really met these people before. As far as I could tell, they're just brand new people, and it's good that they've joined in this division because, as you can tell, Fairley, he's already spread his wings at the track, as he is 1/10 quicker than our original pole sitter Tick. But Tick has the fastest second sector, but he's running into traffic, so hopefully that doesn't ruin his lap. So Tick might be actually going up for the fastest lap, trying to take it off Fairley, who's in the Aston Martin. As he comes up to the line, he does it quite well. He will now make it to the start-finish line.
And what is Ticket going to do? 127.5, only 15 hundredths
here comes Fairley up to the line. Hopefully he can get some redemption as he comes through the last corner.
Fairley is going to for a 127.3 and improves by 0.3 of a second. What a lap by Fairley. Oh, there's an Alfa Romeo on his road.
As Aboud. Not really the best places to spin, especially turn 1. It's one of the slower corners and more apparent.
The only driver who hasn't set a lap is Tankade, and Tankade is going to face some traffic ahead of him. He is heading into turn 17 and not locking up. Has a really good exit, being very careful on the throttle there. And Tankade is going to cross the line with a 128.1 and P6 for him. So the Alpha Tauris are in good positions to score some points.
As Fairley's teammate Maga has improved his time. He's now P12 from P15 at 128.8. Not the fastest on track, but it's not the slowest, as you can tell with DMAC. Just DMAC having 130, but he's now coming up to the line, maybe trying to improve it. Yes, he does.
Oh, yes, he is. A good lap from, and as we have predicted, RTW Rock and DMAC are probably going for a midfield drive today. They are currently P10 and P12 at the moment. Grit is really close in the midfield. Look at that, P9.
Here comes KFC coming up to the line. Doesn't improve his time.
I think he's going to start another one.
Probably. I don't know if he has enough ERS. He might have saved through the lap, just have it turned off if he gave up on his lap. But as he comes through the first sector, no spins from Kim. There's a slow car at the chicane. I think it's...
Look at Nexton is going through the last corner. What is he going to do? I think he is going to finish his lap. Let's see where he will put his car, a 128.2, and that's a really good lap, P7. And look how close this grid in the midfield is. Those top two are on another level.
Aboud's round, he touched the curve, got a bit cocky, and now he has paid the price for it. Here comes Tick, he has to wait for him to pass. He's got to also let Nexton go. Actually, he's just going to use the outside so he can wait for the car to pass. There's Nexton. But unlucky for him, he just started his lap trying to improve it, and that's another car round. That's Gang. He is not retired. He is round though, but he is now off again.
5 minutes remaining. Let's have a look. KFC is heading into turn 17. Almost the last corner. He's putting his car on the right. Oh, a little slide in 5th gear, but he is going for a 127.6, a really good lap, on almost 1.2 seconds up on his previous lap time. That's mega.
Here is Tick trying to improve his lap time. I didn't see any purple sectors for sector
Ticket
1.
is on his out lap at the moment.
But he's going to run into traffic.
And oh, Invisible's out! Oh, just when I switch to Invisible, he loses it in the last corner. Into the wall he goes, and he is not going to improve. He was 3 tenths up in his previous lap. Very unfortunate for Invisible. Again, the luck isn't with him.
Here comes Tick. He's on his out lap, but so is Fearley. So it's going to be a bit of Aston Martin and Mercedes ping pong. So they're trying to take the fastest lap from each other. But it's going to be a bit of a competition as Tick will start the lap first, but Fearley will be the second in line. As Tick now starts his lap.
Let's follow Tick on his lap.
There, as he comes into the start finish straight, starting his lap, he needs to get T1 perfect to be quick through there. As he downshifts, hits the apex. Be a bit careful those curves, it's very scary, but he manages to stabilize.
Very good exit.
He is flying as he now comes into the
7th gear. Oh, really attacking those curves.
He's really pushing the car. He doesn't go wide, so it's quite a good one for there. As he pushes his car onwards, he gets purple sector 1, so he is flying.
1.5 10 up in sector 1. Really nice job by Ticket.
As long as he can hold it, he doesn't need to worry about Fearley, as long as Fearley makes a mistake and maybe mucks up and doesn't go again. But here comes Tick coming through the slower up to the uphill chicane. He is hopefully not going to mess up. He doesn't. He
nice attacking.
Perfectly. Now comes on to the longest straight on the circuit.
He's 3.5 10 up. Really good lap time by Ticket.
As he now comes down the straight, he's got someone behind him after the Haas, not close enough for the toe, unluckily for that Haas. As he, he's now making it into the final sector, hits the apex perfectly, coming up to the line. Will he improve his time?
A really good lap. I think he will, definitely. A 127.2. What a lap by Ticket. And now Fearley, is he improving? He is also up on his usual time. And Fearley is out of pole position at the moment. Heading as well into the uphill chicane. This is a very tricky part of the circuit, and he is not really confident.
He goes in quite hot. That might
he loses it! Oh, Fearley, there goes his pole position. Oh, this is hard to rotate your car.
It's a bit tricky to do so with the regulations. That you can't reset the track. He's going to let the Red Bull come and pass go, unless that Red Bull's going to slow down heavily. But unluckily for him, he's going to go now.
I think he has damage on his front wing.
I'm now having a look for a damage. I think he might do. But an unlucky moment for him.
A few other drivers. Let's see R2E Rock heading on the main straight as well. The last main straight before we hit the last corner. I'm not sure if he's up in his time, but he did an amazing lap, to be honest, before. He's already in P4. Oh, someone is weaving.
And he was doing some dangerous things.
I don't think he's going to. No, he's not in continuing.
Oh, D-Max round.
And what about Michael? Heading into the last corner. He's currently in P7. Going for the main straight. Oh, he's a Red Bull in front of him. Oh, that's going. Michael, 127.7. 5 tenths away. That's a bit of a gap, to be honest.
As qualifying is now going to start ending, people are going to try throwing the rest of their laps.
Oh, Nexton, 3 tenths up in sector 1. What an amazing.
I think he retired
no.
or something.
Furley has retired in the pits. Nexton is 3 tenths up and is in sector 1 already.
KFC's getting a tow from a Red Bull as he's on his lap. That Red Bull's pulled off, he does not get any more tow.
Yeah, we're going to stay on Nexton.
So he's looking for P.
Oh no, Nexton, big slide.
But KFC in the Scuderia Ferrari, he wants to really just try and gain 3 attempts to get into P2, but P3 will be fine for this track. It's not all about the position you qualify, it's about your strategy, as I found out on this track. He now comes up through the chicane. Will he be good for it? He gets a bit deep through there, but he doesn't get invalidated as he comes through to the second to last corner. Doesn't bin it, he now lets his car loose. He gets purple sector 2.
Oh, but he
really
is
pushing for it.
He is still 2 tenths away from his usual time.
Anyways, he comes down the straight, the Red Bull behind probably getting a tow. Then again, that was the same Red Bull that pulled off. He now comes into the last corner, gets a tad wide, but he manages to get through just fine. As he comes into the final bit, will he improve his time? CPL actually took P2.
CPA, oh, what a lap time! That came out of nowhere.
We didn't even see it ourselves.
No, we didn't even see it. What an amazing lap time by CPI. CPI at boot, great lap. And
everyone finishes their laps. It's just waiting on D-Man or Manaman.
I think
to get
this was our qualifying.
But yeah, that is our qualifying.
Look how close the top 3 is, within 1.5 tenths on the new circuit. And I'm not counting out the guys behind them as well, because KFC, Michael and R2E Rock could have chosen for a race setup. Only 4 tenths away. But let's go through the qualifying order. Ticket takes pole position at boot with an surprising P2 on the front row. Furley in 3, KFC in 4, Michael Tip 5th, Rock in 6th, Lancy in 7, Donkey Down in 8, Nexton in 9, Tankate finishes off the top 10, Gangster Keep in 11, Waza in 12, Pyro 13, Invisible 14, Manaman in 15, Blue 16, Maggot in 17, Haas in 18, Gooner in 19, and F Hooters is in last position. Who surprised you the most this qualifying session?
I have to say I'll say Abood, because he was struggling near the start. He was in the top 10, but he was struggling in the start. Then out of nowhere, we didn't even see it. He managed to steal P2 from Fairley, who's the rookie. So it was really
a little bit
unexpected.
dark.
It's a bit cloudy.
A bit cloudy, yeah. Will we get some rain in the race?
Let's
Could
see what
mix
the
things up.
say. I don't know if any driver has commented, but I shall find out for you.
And what are your race predictions, Phantom? Because the top 3.
The top 3. I'm gonna say Fairley has the pace to be up there, whether or not he has
definitely.
a perfect strategy. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna make a gamble and say Fairley's gonna be P3 for his first race in DTR.
Okay, and P2 and P1?
P2. I'm gonna say P2 might. You know, Tick might not have the best races, so I'm gonna say Tick might go on with P2.
And the P1 is Abood?
Abood or Michael, because they are.
Yeah, Michael's really consistent, always in the race. He had some bad luck last season in Division 2, but he raced. I've been watching the race in Division 1 in Spain, the wet race. He finished P2 in Division 1 in the wet. So Michael clearly has some great pace and some great improvements throughout this season. And did you know he drive in cockpit view?
You drive him where?
In cockpit view.
In cockpit? Oh,
yeah. Yeah, this guy, and
that.
he isn't even using assists. So that's, and then having this pace is just insane, to be honest. And still being consistent in using these camera settings. So this guy is very promising. If he turns off that cockpit view, I think. But let's have a look at the tire choices from all the drivers. The top 5 is starting on the hard tires. Rock is going for an attacking strategy on the mediums. So is Tankate in P10. Waza as well, and Manaman as well on the mediums, and the rest of the grid is starting on those hards, hoping that there will be no safety car around lap 5 or 6, I think, because what do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tricky one, but as I said, hards is maybe the best tyre to start on, and most of the grid has picked hards. So I was obviously right in that manner, but it's always basically just how the race plays out and your strategy really. It's easier to do the one stop, but as long as there's no safety cars, I think you'd be fine at the race.
Well, all the drivers are lining up to get racing in Miami for round 3.
Let's see if anyone does mess up their grid order. I don't want to give off commentator's curse, but I think most people are going to be pretty fine about it, to be honest. As Hoods starts back of the grid for the some reason, I don't know why, probably like a qualifying ban or something. But anyways,
he is lining up on the grid right now. His car has been placed, so I think we're going to get racing with all the 5 red lights going off right now, and off we go. Ticket has a really good start. And look at Ticket. Oh, and there's already cars around, and KFC has a mega start already into P2, and we already have a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car.
I saw Invisible had a pretty bad start. He got a drive-through for jump starting, and then he just got worse and crashed. So it's not.
Look at Rock already into P3 on the medium tire. He's doing a very great job on that start of the race.
We already have about 3 drivers with 5-second time penalty, so there must have been a bit of bashing going on.
Yeah, Lancey fell back to P10. I'm not sure. Let's see who's the biggest winner. I think it's going to be F. Hooters, 6 positions. Great start from the English driver.
So with the with the virtual safety car, the cars do slow down. So it would have been the best to be on the hards for that bit, as I predicted.
Yeah, I think the virtual safety car is coming to an end. I think at the end of this lap. We're going to stay on board with KFC. And we're racing. Oh, and there's already an Haas on the inside of KFC. Oh, KFC's in the wall. Oh my god. Rock is into P2. Caught KFC napping after that restart. And he is on the quicker tire at this stage. So he needs
no front wing, so he's going to be pitting probably for mediums.
Who is going to be pitting? KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's crashed.
Oh, retired. And will there be a first safety car?
He's in the pit lane, so maybe not. He's not on the racing line, so
he retired in the pits, probably.
I looked at him for a second. His tire came fully off, so he must have hit something. I don't know what he did. He hit something.
Look at Ticket having a really confident lead on Rock, 1.1 second already. So Ticket's pace is looking very good as it stands. 2 drivers haven't already DNF'd their race. Very unfortunate. So early.
Ticket's already pulled a 1-second gap between Rock. So when DRS will be enabled, he will not get that DRS. There is yellow flag. Come on, it's round.
Oh, it's F. Hooters, one of the Ferraris.
The Ferraris are not having the best of days.
And look at Furley. Furley is at the back, looking to make a move on RTB Rock. Looking to have a very good exit, but those mediums have a better traction out of the corners. So it's going to be a very hard task for Furley to make the move. RTB Rock is setting the fastest lap of this race. Of course he is. He's on the quicker tire. But
DRS is now enabled, so things are going to get spicy with overtakes. But I don't see much action going on. Who is the closest person I've seen? The Red Bull gang is getting quite close to Donkey, so as DRS will open, he'll probably go for that move. But Abood is now down to P7, but he is also close in DRS range.
Yeah,
so he
we're going to stay on board with Furley, because Furley is DRS on RTB Rock, and Rock has no DRS on Ticket, will there be a move? And he is defending, using a lot of ERS.
Oh, look at this. Gang's going, no, Gang. Abu's going for a move on Gang.
And Abu is going to make a move on Gangster Keep. And going side by side. Look, oh, what a battle between the Alfa Romeo and the Red Bull, going side by side through this uphill chicanes. Amazing driving, but
Gang keeps his position, but at what cost? He might have got a warning for corner cutting. But look at this, now Abu's going to get DRS. He does not have DRS.
Yeah, he took some advantage. So I think Gangster is going to let him pass to not have a post-race penalty.
But now he is now coming through up to the line. Rock says the fastest lap yet again. So he's caught up to Tick.
He is caught up.
Closer and closer. So the mediums, he's really spreading his legs on the mediums.
Chose a different strategy compared to the others, but you know he is going to lose pace after his pit stop because the drivers will be pitting for the medium tire. So he needs to create himself a gap. He needs to make that overtake, and he knows. Using his ERS, I think this could be an overtake. He is running low wings. Look at his straight line speed. Not using his ERS, and they're going side by side.
He might switch back.
It is going. Ticket is defending really well.
He doesn't have enough time to go side by side through the chicane, but what he does have time for is to get the DRS on him. He gets a bit wheel spinny there, not losing the car.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, this is going to be the overtake. A really good exit on those mediums, and
I think Tick will let him go as there's another DRS board. Yes, he is. He's not defending it as he now slips in front.
And RTB Rock takes the lead of this Miami Grand Prix on the medium tires, just what he needed. Now he needs to build a gap.
As Tick will now go for that move, he might try to send it for turn 1. He does not activate DRS, so he's not looking for position. Probably not looking for a turn 1. But he might stick behind Rock for a bit to let his tyres wear down. Nexton's pitting. I think he must have got wing damage at one point.
Very unlucky for Nexton. He had some good space in qualifying.
Yes, he did get wing damage. As the Williams crew are now changing his...
Ticket is running wide, so definitely got a warning for that. But he has the slipstream and using his ERS to close in. Will there be another move? I think.
To be like a rocket.
And Ticket is going to try. Oh, Rock is defending. Look at Furley. And even Michael is closing in and enjoying the battle in front.
That was Fairley, as he's just watching behind with a bag of popcorn and some sunglasses.
Yeah, waiting for them to make a mistake.
Once they just clash into each other or just slow down, that's Fairley's time to shine really and just get past them too. But as they now come down,
and Ticket is trying to go to make the move, but he is sticking behind. So
I think he's going to go for a move here.
If he has a good exit.
Quite well. He does get a decent exit, but Rock has a better exit.
It's not going to be close enough.
DRS, he does not decide to push as hard. He activates it a little bit to give his car a boost. But Rock now is still holding. He needs a bit of oversteer into there.
Bit of oversteer.
Don't know if it slowed him down any much, but Fairley still watching behind. He is still in the DRS, but Fairley might want to start pushing soon as he's going to run out of it if he's not careful.
Oh, Ticket! Oh, really close. Ticket is now really close.
I think
Rock has made a small mistake. Yeah, definitely. He is within 0.2 of a second. He only needs DRS to get past. And of course he is.
There's Fairley watching from behind.
Let's see. Furley is trying. Oh,
really close.
Furley is just taking different lines compared to the front two, and this will allow Michael to close in as well. 1.2 seconds now. 1.5. He made a small mistake. And I think Furley is just trying to let them go, because look at Rock, he is already going for a move. I'm on the POV of Furley, we can see everything. Oh, Ticket is losing the back end. He had some contact with Rock, but he kept his car on track.
I don't think there'll be any penalties handed out for that one after the race, because it wasn't really a full crash. It was just a little love tap. But that tells that Tick is getting either loose on tyres, although his tyres should last, but he should be maybe happy the fact that Rock's tyres are now starting to drain, as they do not last as long as the hard tyres do. So you can do one stoppers with the two pairs, but Furley just sticking behind, waiting for something to happen, as I think Tick is
trying to go for a move here. And let's stay on board with him.
He does not activate ERS, so he's not looking for that much of a move, but he's probably just letting...
I don't think he wants to burn that ERS, knowing that the driver in front of him is going to pit earlier. Oh, look at his... He has some massive overspeed. And this is... Oh, really? Oh, Ticket! Drifting through that chicane.
It's lucky he was on wheel, because if you had controller, you would not have saved that. You would have been in the wall and out of the race. Maybe, but since he did save it, he is fine. Michael is on literally barely any ERS. He's trying to catch fairly. He can't, and unable to really get into the top three.
Oh, Tickets! Again, a lot of oversteer.
Fairly slipped by. He is now P2.
Oh, Ticket made a small mistake there.
But we should move our eyes to the timings, because Furley is 1 second out. He's just jumped back in.
Oh, Ticket is sliding all the way. Look at Ticket. He's losing a lot of time. He really overheated his tires there with that small spin. And now Furley is getting closer to... This is the time for Rock to create a gap for himself. But what are his tires doing?
Michael is probably going to try and get into the DRS to try and catch up to Tick.
I think he is.
Doesn't have much DRS. He does get the DRS, but I don't think he has much ERS to do so. He doesn't use it to try and catch. Might be a mistake for him, but he is going to stick P4 because he's probably going to be happy with the points. Furley is now trying to catch up to Rock as they now come into the chicane bit. He does go a bit deep. Oh, he gets a bit of oversteer. Rock is a bit jolty back there, but
Furley has a really good exit. A little bit of slidey on the exit, but he is going to get wrapped that DRS and going to close in. And look at him. He is closing in quickly.
He is not going for the move. He's saving his ERS. He's probably doing that to look at
no, he's showing himself. And R2E Rock is going a bit deep, missing the apex on the last corner, but I don't think Furley wants the overtake. He's just waiting.
He's probably going to stick behind him,
saving up some ERS.
Just wait for Rock to pit, because his tyres will last longer, and hopefully he can then pull away from Rock once he can get the overcut, so he can probably try to stay P1. But his biggest fear will be Tick. Although he's behind, he may try do a better strategy and get the overcut or the undercut on Furley, but
Furley is now getting closer. A really good exit compared to Rock, but Rock has a small advantage on the straight line. So let's see if Furley can make the overtake done. We're heading into turn 11. Will they go side by side? And going side by side in the chicane, we've seen in Division 1 that it is possible going side by side in the chicane. And
they now come up
not close enough.
Can they really do it? He's getting really close to him. So hopefully he can make it.
And this is the part where the mediums are a bit stronger. Still a bit stronger.
Michael is rebuilding his ERS. So he is saving, so he's probably waiting for the right moment to get an overtake. He doesn't use it, so he is saving it really.
And further behind, we have a battle between Abboud and Donkey Dan as well.
He's man-to-man
And
trying to
so
go
is
around and
Lancy.
move for blue.
Oh,
someone's round.
someone's out. Gunnar. Gunnar's out. Will we have the first safety car of this race? Oh, please, guys.
I don't think Mr. Michael Massey or whoever is the race controller has pressed that big red button. He is on the track though, so it's quite dangerous. And the safety car is out.
And the safety car is out. Of course it is, because he is on the track. It's going to be very, very dangerous for all the drivers to go through that sector 1.
Unluckily for some of the drivers, this pressures them into doing the 3-stopper because of the tyres will not make it if they just continue normally.
Yeah, but this will help the medium runners. Definitely, because if you pit now for fresh hard tyres, with 2 laps behind the safety car, you're in your usual pit window of the... I think you have to pit after 13 laps on the medium tyre. When it ends in my simulation in Grand Prix, you can go for, I think, let's see, 16 laps, 17 laps easily on the hard tire. So this will help the medium runners, definitely. And who are the medium runners? R2E Rock. This is going to help him. He needs to make his pit stop.
The closest, or we have a penalty from Maggot, who's been speeding in the pit lane. He is going to be virtually a back marker if he gets overtaken. So he's
and
already
R2E Rock is in the pit, of course he is.
All top 3 are now coming in. Basically,
coming on. Oh, Furley, Ticket,
coming in.
Michael are
coming in.
oh.
Lancy's. Ten's
Everyone's coming in.
The closest person to that is Man, who's further back and has to follow the Delta, so he'll lose time, but he'll catch up to the pack, so he won't. So AlphaTauri is doing a 2-stopper, so hopefully he can pull away in time. As
these mediums won't last till the end.
So now 10 is there, changing his tyres onto the hards. Fresh hards. As we see Donkey being one of the earliest out of the pit lane from the top 3. Not really any position change as Rock is behind the safety car now. He's in AI for a second, so he's probably quickly checking something. As the others are sticking behind. They'll need to start warming their tyres soon. As there's the fake harbour down there, which is literally made of, well,
I'll be right back.
Plastic material. Okay, so it's me and my prime. On my own. Long time since I've been on my own. So, the current positioning is Rock in first, Fairley in second. I'm a mix between Fairley and Fairley, I don't know which one sounds better. Tick, who is in the Mercedes, looking for a real good position here. Abu is probably leaving and then rejoining to save his audio and his ears. Michael in fourth, who's been sticking there. He'll get a chance to catch Tick, because he'll have fresh ERS and fresh tyres, because he's on the mediums. As Donkey's in 5th, Abu's in 6th, 10 is in 7th, is warming his tyres, Lancy is in 8th, Dean Manaman is in 9th, Hasurk, who's in 10th, Gang in 11th, Wazza in 12th, sorry, Wazza, Blue is in 13th, Pyro is in 14th, Hooders is in 15th, Nexton in 16th, and Maggot, who was the clear back marker, is in 17th. So, welcome back.
Yes, we have R2E Rock on the hard tires. Currently, of course, really happy with that safety car, right on time. What do you think? Will the medium runners, will they go for another stop, or will they try to stretch it till the end?
I don't think the mediums can last as long in this new area of cars and this track, so they'll probably have to pit on the soft near the end of the race. But Rock, I think he can last if he's very careful with his tyres. He can last all the way. But it's really just play your cards right, and you'll come out on top. As I believe safety car probably will be in this lap. But today it's a nice red Mercedes. Sometimes it's the green Aston Martin, but it's the Mercedes today.
Oh, we have some overtakes ongoing. But Rock has to defend from all the medium runners right behind him, because they have some big overspeed after the safety car restart.
But here's some drama. Can Maggot, who is in last, dead last, get to the line before, well, just anything happens? I think he's got Delta, so he had to slow down. But I don't think he's going to make it, so he's going to be a bit of a further back on the gap, which is not the best. Rock is sticking behind the safety car, warming his tyres, as you can see.
Maggot
but
is...
he will be in this lap, and he will control that pace, so he can go whenever he wants once the safety car is fully in.
Maggot is still the only driver with a penalty. And I think we're going to have another safety car, so this will help Rock. This will help Rock, definitely.
All the drivers are just good people, just good boys, and they just stay out. Safety car will probably be in this lap, and I'm sure, I think it's out for another lap. Yes, it is.
Yeah, safety car is still not going in, because Maggot didn't... Oh,
it
is in this lap. Whoa, really late call by the
so
safety
he can
car.
Go whenever he wants. And he's gone, and we are racing again in Miami for Division 2. There might be some sense for the turn 1.
Oh, he needs to defend. Furley definitely on the quicker tyre.
I think Michael's been bumped down to 5th, so Donkey had that move done on him. I don't see any other action. Oh, the Red Bull, Husserk is in a Red Bull sandwich, but the Red Bull's going to try him down the inside. That's Gang. He does not make it as they come into the S section.
Look at Furley, definitely. Aboud is also putting the pressure on Michael. Aboud has some great overspeed as well. Let's see.
Gang had a better launch on to Husserk. They were both the same tyre. He's using some ERS to get past, and that's Gang.
And Furley is trying to make a move, but he's not going to be close enough. Ticket right behind as well, outbraking his car, going through the chicanes right now, and Archery Rock is still managing up to hold P1. Great job by him.
Yes, as the Tick is now in the DRS, so he can try, well, just keep it behind. But like before, he's been P3 most of the time ever since he had P2 at the start. Not P2, P1. He is on pole. So
Furley is showing himself to Rock, and Rock is outbraking himself, and this will give Furley an opportunity to close in. Really good exit by the Aston Martin driver. When will the DRS be enabled? I think after this lap.
I think it will be next lap. It's usually 3 laps before it opens. So none of the drivers will get their wings open until next lap. But Aboud is very close to Lancey, the 5-6 of the Alpines currently, but he'll probably go for that move on the kind of straight. The left-right is a bit of an S straight, but there's both of the Red Bulls, Dean Manaman and Gang, who are 9th and 11th, and Husserk had not the best as he is slowed down compared to both of the Red Bulls, but I think Gang is really
a lot of battles ongoing. Let's have a look at the front, because Rock is trying to defend from Furley. Furley is getting really close now. Oh, within 1/10 of a second. Look at Rock going very deep. Furley going deep as well, but he has the advantage on the... Oh, we have a spinner. Oh, we have a spinner. Donkey Down has lost it. And Rock is getting his first penalty. And Donkey Down get damage. Yes, right front wing is gone. So Donkey Down needs to make another pit stop. Oh my, carnage.
Yep, just one car and carnage is paused.
Yeah.
Rock, he's going to have an unserved penalty, so he's going to have that penalty till the end of the race, unluckily for him.
3 seconds, yeah.
Furley, he's going to be probably patting himself on the back right now, although he's got both hands on the wheel. Oh, he'll take right away. DRS is enabled.
Oh my god, one of the Red Bulls gangster keep big slide.
So Furley just needs to really keep it in behind 3 seconds of Rock to get wins, as long as no gaps open, or if a gap does open, he can just hope for a safety car. Tick, meanwhile, was just sitting behind, trying to catch up. But at this rate, it'll just be him picking his legs up and calling it a night.
Oh, look at Furley. Look at Furley. getting
close.
really close. DRS has been enabled, so this will be the move for him. This should be the move for him. He needs to create himself a gap because he needs to make another pit stop.
He's using ERS. It's going to be like a rocket coming down into the turn. Is he going to try down the inside? No, he doesn't. He's going to stick behind him. Probably going to try and go again on the straight. But they're getting really close, so he could tell that his tyres are coming out on top. But oh, there's a car around this maggot, the back marker. Unlucky for him. Has to slowly. Oh, Lancy's got a penalty as well.
Yeah, the penalties are now coming.
You leave it long enough, it's been about 15, 14 laps for the penalties to come out.
Furley is getting closer and closer.
Brock is
but he's still not really getting the overspeed on him. He has some advantage on the tires, but he's not profiting. When will we make the move? Will it be in turn 1? Will it be in turn 1? Will we go for the move? Going for the outside. Oh, braking really late. Going side by side without the re-rock and gets the move done. What an amazing. That was an amazing move by Furley. Great calculation.
He is worthy of being like David Coulthard, just round the outside and gone.
Braking really late.
Oh, that's a Red Bull round. It's DeManaman. He is round. He has no front wing. Nor does Donkey Dan. I think they both came together. There's a safety car.
Oh, another safety car. The second safety car. And this will help the medium runners as well. Or not. Because you only have one set of tires for each compound.
I think
so.
I think Furley's sitting smug for a little bit for that overtake he did. But now he has to focus on his strategy because he's in a maze with no end. He needs to decide whether to really how to get out of it because he is jumped onto the mediums as a real just that's DeManaman not slowing down. But anyways, he needs to decide if he should keep on the mediums and risk it or go on to the old set of hards and just hope for the best. But I think he has enough time to stick on those mediums for a little bit longer so he can jump into the pit lane for those softs. But that will be a bad call. So he's really been
I don't think he's going to. I don't think anyone will pit right now. Let's have a look at the tire situations at this moment. We have Furley on the 5-lap old mediums, Artery Rock on the 5-lap old hards. Ticket on 5. Yeah, he stays out. Of course, everyone stays out.
As we have.
Why would you pit now?
The only two people that will pit will be, I believe, D-Man and Donkey because they have no front wings. Probably them two coming together. Maybe D-Man went round and Donkey didn't see it and crashed into him as he locked
Hooters
up coming in
the pit as well. Hooters switching to the medium tire. How can he have fresh mediums when he started on them?
I think he's going on to the old set. Maybe a bad call.
The game is telling us that he has 0-lap old mediums. How's that even possible? But anyway, Furley's in the lead. As predicted, we have predicted that he will be fighting for the win today. Rock on the alternate strategy, still in P2. Of course, he has a penalty, but doing an amazing job. 4 positions.
The onboard of Furley, he is over revving his car on the straight, so he's trying to burn off fuel to make his car lighter near the end of the race because regularly, if you just drove normally, your car will just gain fuel at this track.
Yeah, this track is easy to underfuel on the start because guaranteed safety cars, not in Division 1 yesterday, but almost guaranteed safety cars. I think you can start like a 0.7 minus on the fuel, so and then you will easily make it, especially with safety cars.
I like to keep overfilled just in case there isn't, because if I do, for me, I don't know really how to do it, how to regain fuel well, so I'll be caught being really slow as I try to regain my fuel back. But I think
my simulation
may be in this race.
Yeah.
No, it's not in. It's gonna be for another lap. That gives Maggot time to catch, but I think he does have. No, he does not have Delta, so he's going to push as hard as he can to get up to the line
Yeah, I hope for him he doesn't have.
He's been behind everybody most of the race.
Yeah, Maggot really struggling on this track so far. A bit of a bad, but you know, this guy is still going, and that's what I respect from him, because he's not giving up. He thinks, okay, I'm just gonna drive my race. He's not retiring in the pits because he is a backmarker all the time.
Yeah,
that's some good discipline, man. That's some really good.
He has the confidence to try at least get back up to the grid as quick as he can.
And he can.
He is closing closer.
He's closing in. Yeah, he will get to them. And this is, if he get into the points today, a big deserve for staying out so long at the back of the grid, keeping hope for a safety car or something like that, not giving up too easily. Yeah, big respects to him. That's how a driver should drive.
As he has now made it to the grid, that is P17 firmly for him. He needs to worry less about warming his tyres, because yeah, he needs to worry less because he just came onto the end of the safety car, I believe. The safety car will definitely be in this lap as everybody is here, and Fairley will now worry about Rock behind, as he probably will have fresher tyres when it comes to quickness in the lap. The safety car will be in this lap very early this time.
Yeah, the lights are out of the safety car, so we're going to stay on board with the leader, Fairley.
Fairley will then decide when to go. He's probably going on the corner, but then again, he might do that to catch them out because they'll expect it. But he might do the average move of going on the corner. Is he going? No,
when
he isn't.
Is he going?
He's waiting. He's waiting, and he is gone. That is us racing again.
Oh, a really good restart for Fairley there. Rock really napping, and look at Ticket. He is at the back and all over Rock. Heading into turn 1, turn 2. No issues at the moment. Oh, Rock is struggling on the tire temperatures. You can see him.
We have the teammates of Michael and Lancey going quite close to each other. They're probably getting angry over who gets P4.
But Lancey has a penalty.
That's going to be very worrying for him. So is Rock, so he might lose out and go quite far down the grid.
But will those mediums last till the end? That's the question.
I don't think they will. So
they're already, I think, let's see, 8 lap old. And how long do they last? Usually 13 laps. So they have to stretch like 4-5 laps extra on those tires. Of course, 2 safety cars will help, but it will be very difficult, especially if you're running the hard tire right now. Like Rock, you can have some overspeed in the end.
Yeah,
yellow in sector 2. Ooh, it's blue.
Maggot, look at that. Maggot just took advantage of that like I would. He went down from P17, someone goes round, and he's up to P14. Just sees a gap and goes, hello, I'm taking all of that. And now
nice job. Oh, Michael's out. Michael is in the wall. Oh no, Michael. And another safety car being deployed.
Maggot is P14 staying there. Oh, look at that. Who F Hooters is in?
Fairley. Where is the oh, the safety car is coming out. Right behind the leader.
So everyone's gonna have to do an extra lap to get past it.
I think people will pit for the soft tire.
Some people will.
I think people will. If they have fresh softs. Yeah. Oh, Hooters is pitting for 7 lap old softs. No, you're not gonna make it on those tires. That's the tire where he started on.
I think
that's why he had fresh mediums.
That's why he had fresh medium. He probably started on the softs and then jumped onto the.
When we did go through the order, no one had any softs. Really weird.
P11 down is on the soft tires. P9 and 10 are on mediums, followed by Pyros on the hards.
I'm feeling so bad for Michael.
If you go up from 9th to 5th, it is literally medium, hard, medium, hard, medium.
But what will the top drivers do? Will Furley go for a pit stop on the softs? Let's stay on board with him. Oh, Maggot, you were in the points.
He made it into the points.
Oh,
this is unlucky for him. He cannot serve it under safety cars. If he tries to, they'll just stick a new set of tyres on for it.
Let's stay on board with Furley. Is he driving into the pits? Yes, he is going into the pits. Choosing some hard tires, soft tires I mean. Lancy is continuing on the medium tire, and so is CBI Abboud. They will definitely be under pressure. Pyro as well is continuing.
The problem for them is the people in front. Yes, they are jumping onto the soft tires.
They are definitely jumping on the soft tires.
Bailey is behind his teammate. Oh, Maggot must have tried to serve his penalty, I think. No, he didn't.
I don't think he did.
He didn't. I was just seeing things. Bailey is behind his teammate, so I think Maggot does know. But look at that from Maggot. He was well disciplined. He stayed from 17th, and he is now up to P4 in the points. But he needs to worry about where he should serve his drive-through.
Yeah, that's I think the biggest worry at the moment for him, because he did a great job. If he didn't get that drive-through penalty, he was in P4.
Now I'm pretty sure the game will give him a 5 seconds if he doesn't serve it. I don't know what the penalty length is. I think it is a 5 second or a 10 second. So he needs to worry about, can he make a gap on people? So
yeah, I think he needs at least 10 seconds, at least. At the minimum. The usual pit window is around 18 to 20 seconds, I believe. So, because it's a really small pit window. But, yeah, that with a safety car and already in lap 21, yeah, almost impossible. The drive-through is not gonna get him into the points, especially with those drivers on the soft tires right behind him.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a real tricky thing for whatever his name is, for Maggot. So he might actually risk it. He does have a penalty though. That's no, I'm just seeing things again. That's his drive-through. It's been a long time here.
You okay, Phantom?
Yeah, I might need to go to Specsavers and get some glasses.
Yeah, he got a drive-through under the safety when the safety car came out. So, yeah, a big task for him to get a point today. But I don't think he will make it with all those soft runners right behind him. But let's see. Everything can happen on this track. Lancy currently leading on this track. A boot on the 11 lap old medium tires in second. Pyro on the 13 lap old hard tires. He is going to have a really big task to make this work, I believe, especially with those quick soft runners. Furley currently leading in P5 with the soft tire compound. Right behind him, Rock, Ticket, Tankade, Gangsta Geep, all on the fresh soft tires. So tell me, who's gonna win?
Oh, I think there is.
It can go everywhere.
You know, it's all over the place. Tick, they are very close together between Rock and Fairley, but Fairley just needs to basically, hopefully his teammate has the same idea as him and will try slow down Rock and Tick so he can come out on top, because then they will help with the constructors. But really, it's just, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, everything can happen on this, especially on this track. A new track for everyone. Do you know who's the current constructor leader at the moment? It's Alpine. Alpine with Lancy and Michael. Currently leading the constructor championship by a lot of points. 23 points ahead of the Haas team. But the Haas team, Rock and Pyro, are currently in P3 and P6. So yeah, it's going to be very tough. It will be time for the Haas team to close in. Of course, Rock is a reserve driver, so he won't score any points. But the safety car is going in this lap. We're going to stay involved with Lancy. When is he going?
He doesn't go. He probably will want to catch them napping.
And let's say when he is going away, and with CBA Abu, oh, 5-second time penalty for ticket. Oh my! Maggot is in the pit serving his penalty immediately. I think that's a wise choice, to be honest.
Oh, this might be annoying for
Oh no, the Alfa Romeo in sector 1. Oh, this is Abut. And this will allow, oh, Lancy is out as well. What's happening? Haas is in the wall. Oh,
yes,
big crash. Oh my goodness, what a carnage.
Well, carnage followed by pure victory because
and Furley is
leading,
enjoying, and Furley is into P1.
Pyro's probably going to let his teammate Rock go past, unless he doesn't, because Rock is going to want that position. Oh, they're getting really close together.
And Rock is definitely trying to make a move. Look at for Rock for the double overtake. Oh. No, he's switching back to the outside and not going to be able to make the move. Really close racing.
That double overtake would have been doable.
Pyro definitely struggling on those hards.
Would have been nice for overtake of the week, but he decided to hang back because he knows they're going to be on equal tyres, and he's just going to wait for the DRS when it opens. But now Fairley's got nearly a second gap.
Yeah, Fairley is the most consistent driver today, staying out of trouble.
I may have predicted this well, and Fairley might have actually got the win on his first race.
Yep, Fairley is. You're seeing things again.
What happened? I was looking away.
You predicted Furley to be in P3.
Oh, I thought that was Tick. I'm seeing things, hearing things, I don't know. He's just doing well. Yeah, like I said, it's been a long time since I've been in here. I really
no problem, mate. We all make tiny mistakes. 10K is out as well. In sector 1, will we get another safety car? That will be the third one of the session.
I don't think they're pushing for it. People have pitted. They'll probably wing damage people.
Look at Ticket. He's really close behind Pyro. Ticket has a penalty. I'm not sure why, because he ignore yellow flags? I'm not really sure about that. And by the way, but
I'm gonna go into detail and look at the penalty. It is a 5 seconds, so he must have hit something or he sped in pit lane without us knowing.
Yeah, he was ignoring yellow flags. That's what I caught on stream, by the way, but...
Okay, I didn't hear that. But anyways, yeah, it was a sector 2 yellow. Who is that?
One of the Alphas, blue 20.
Also, I think Rock had purple sector 2.
Rock is closing in.
I think he's going to go for the fastest lap. He's closing in, so it does show that he is catching.
That's some awesome pace for Furley. 131 sets the fast lap, and the DRS is now being enabled. Oh, Rock is really avoiding those slippery curves. Well, Furley is going all over them. That's where he gained a lot of time on Rock. Rock is really avoiding. Look at Rock. He's avoiding those curves, and he's losing a lot of time, and he's now out of the rest range.
Yes, so he is definitely maybe losing time.
And look at Wazza.
Rock's going to start to panic now.
Wazza, Nexton and Gangster Keep. We have a battle for P5. Nexton has a penalty. But look at Nexton going side by side with Gangster to keep into turn 11, and Nexton gets the move done, and there is no answer for Gangster keep there, and Wazza still sticking right behind them, not taking any risks. Oh, Wazza not really attacking those curves. A little bit of a dodgy move by Wazza.
Rock using ERS on the exit to try and keep speed. He is still not in the second gap between him and Fairley, so I think Fairley is going to definitely win this race as long as he doesn't crash. I don't want to give him commentator's curse either, but I think he is in the chance. Maggot is 12th, looking for the points. Fairley gets the fastest lap yet again. He might look for the 29s now, which is very quick, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think on the fresh off tyres, a 29 half is decent. But of course he's battling, so... Oh, look at Gangster Keep. Gangster Keep is trying to make a move. Oh, Nexton going really close together. Gangster Keep is one of those drivers who is really attacking those curbs. And he is trying to put his car... Oh, really big sliding moment.
Look at that. There's McLaren coming
and that's
up
Matt
behind.
Weza is going... Wow.
Here comes the Man-a-Man. He might
Man-a-Man.
go for it. He goes for a double overtake. It's
Three wide.
They come into the bit.
Man-a-Man braking late. Going... Oh, three wide. Oh my goodness. How is this even... Oh, was that... Oh, was that spinning?
Oh, he's round. He corrects it though, so he's still going.
But both Red Bulls have definitely... they're happy about this one.
Yeah. There was really nice battling, although there was 3 wide.
Oh, look at Nexton. Nexton is at the back of Pyro. Pyro really struggling on those 17 lap old hard tires. Can't keep up with the front. Oh, going side by side. Pushes. Really nice battling. Going side by side. Good exit from Pyro.
Pyro gets a better launch.
But this is racing, giving each other enough room to race. Look at Red Bulls. Red Bulls are switching positions with Man-a-Man. Oh, wrong Red Bulls, and this is going to be happy for Waza. Waza is happy about this one.
Back in, the fight is on again.
Good pace, Waza.
But he is out of the DRS. But I have to say, Gang for the curve wise.
But he's already in.
He is not scared of those curves. He is ready to die because as soon as those curves really spin to sky, he's done for. But he thinks the curves will allow him to go.
And look at Nexton. Nexton is picking up the DRS, heading into turn 11, going on the outside move, going side by side, even braking late and gets the corner ahead of Pyro. Pyro really struggling on those 18 lap old hard tires.
Gang and Weather are now banging wheels together.
Oh, what's a spot?
He spins him once again.
360.
I think there's going to be a bit of yelling in the Discord.
Yeah, definitely.
But here comes the Man-a-Man. He's going
Stewards
for a Gang
are
again.
Going to have a really big task.
The Stewards are going to take him aside and give him a real big finger point. He has spun Wazza just twice now and done it to Man-a-Man once. He is now, here comes Man-a-Man behind him. He's probably going to back off a little bit because he'll be scared of him, but we're now coming on to the final... no, I'm stupid. We've got 1 lap to go before the final lap, so there's about 2 laps of racing. So let's hope the Man-a-Man can get past Gang in that time frame, as there's a second gap between Tick and RTW.
Oh, sector 3. Who's last hit? Donkey! Oh, Donkey!
He does not have damage wing, I don't think.
This will help Maggot to close in.
Man-a-Man gets a better entrance into the corner than this Gang does. He'll probably try to get him on the straight because there's no way he could spin him there apart from
both Red Bulls are really battling for everything.
I think Donkey's around again. Yes, he is. His tyres are too warm. Oh, that's Wazza. He's out.
Oh, Wazza's out. Oh my.
Wazza couldn't catch.
Wazza, what happened?
DRS? Where did...
Oh, with A-Wood. Oh, and this is going to bring Maggot into the points because he passed Donkey.
Yeah, it's going to bring him into the points, alright. He is done
he
well
is
to stay.
Into the points. Maggot is into the points. Definitely my driver of today as it stands.
Yes, so
do you agree?
Although Philly is his first race, he was quite
of course,
quick,
yeah.
So,
yeah,
Maggot, he has had an amazing race.
Just because of the discipline, we're always at the back, you know. It's going to be between Maggot and Furley, to be honest.
But as the final lap
is going, so we're going to... Rock has closed in.
He's closed in, he's pushed, he's got barely any ERS left. So he's probably going to want to push, well, just get him away from him. As Maggot, you know, he's comfortable where he is. I'm watching Gang a lot, but Gang's getting away from Man-a-Man, because Man-a-Man got that pass on him on the straight and it's worked out. But unluckily for Wazza, he just didn't make it, as Lancey and Hooters are now fighting. Lancey gets past Rush with no ease. He gets the DRS. He did a Verstappen Austria 2019, and that's Fairley. He's now just defending against Rock.
Let's stay on board with Rock on his POV.
As long as Fairley doesn't make a mistake between here.
Oh, look at Rock! Really good exit. Oh, bit of oversteer. Yeah, this is going to be Fairley's. Sector 1, Donkey as well, Donkey again, and look at Rock. Will he go for a last move? He is having a lot of overspeed. Going into turn 17, will there be an amazing end? I don't think there will. Fairley is defending it well, so this is going to be Fairley's race. Fairley, the winner of D2 in division. The first race in Miami, a great race.
Here comes next, and this might be Pyro's chance to get onto the podium if he's careful enough, or get into the higher points, because I don't know what the.
No, I don't think he's a bit too far away. He is. Ticket is on podium.
Man gets P5,
Rock.
Gang gets P6.
Rock, a good race from Rock. Starting on the mediums, alternate strategy, driving to the podium. Also really strong. We have seen 3 drivers who deserves driver of the day. Who is your driver of the day?
Oh, it's a tough one. I'm going to back you up and say Maggot. Maggot was well disciplined. He could have ended it there, like C17, really far away.
But also if we look at the results, Fairley and Rock were almost faultless.
Yeah, they are almost.
Maggot had, of course, the discipline to race, finished in the points, did an amazing job, but if we have to look at the results, I think I'm going for Fairley.
Oh, that's Donkey. He's got a puncture. And he's got a broken wing, so he is just limping his car home. But he's out of the points anyways, but
the mind he was racing with, Fairley, today. His first race within DTR, he started in P3. Didn't make any mistake, you have to admit that. So I think my driver of today is going to be Fairley.
It's a tough one really, but because Maggot, both of the Aston Martins have been really good today. They're both worthy. It's a hard one really. Okay,
constructor of today, Aston Martin. Can we also call that? We're going to ask that.
Hopefully Bogorowski's happy with us just claiming 2 drivers. just do the constructor of the day instead of the driver, because they're both really good.
Rock is also really strong drive from that driver. 2 reserves in P1 and P2. I think that they're in for a full-time seat. Maybe if there's coming a full-time seat free.
Hopefully
I would say let's go.
There'd be a full-time seat open up soon.
Look at the man in the Aston Martin suit, VRR, Virtual Esports Racing Esports driver. Fairley is taking that win today. His first race within DTR, and now getting that win. I think we agree. Fairley, our driver of today. Great race, but Rock, also a really strong drive in P2. Started on the alternate strategy, had a really good start, and I think he did well today. Ticket in P3, last podium spot for him. Pyro in 4th, Maneman in 5th. Maneman, look at Maneman, from P15 to P5. Pyro from P13 to P4. Great drives by them as well. You should admit that. We haven't seen a lot from them, but great drive bar from those 2, from those 3.
Well, I'm happy that they responded to your DM in Discord, which was give us plenty of action to see, and there was a lot of action to see today.
Definitely. As we could
tell, with a lot of drama, a few naughty bits, and someone in trouble, Mr. Gangster over there. He's probably going to have a bit of a word with the stewards after the race.
Post-race penalties, of course. And I think a lot of drivers even made it, because 13 drivers finished, only 7 DNFs on the first round at this circuit. So great job by all the drivers. You have shown us you have put up some great show. Am I lying or not, Phantom?
No, you're not lying. It was some really nice racing today.
But we now need to make a definition of the driver of the day. Who is your driver today? I'm going for Furley.
Make it less awkward, I'll put Fairley down as well on the vote box.
Okay. Okay. Furley is our driver of today. Well, Phantom, thank you for being with us today. Hopefully I will see you next week as well if you're not going to race, if there's not a spot to race.
If there's a reserve spot that isn't open, I'll just jump in.
Yeah, I'm going to cheer for you then. But I will see you next week, if not
on the track or in the commentary box, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. Let's keep that promise. Well,
yeah, so
thanks all the viewers for watching, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.